Hey everyone, welcome back to Entrepreneurish, and today is my very first sponsored video. We are sponsored by FlexClip, and I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful intro to my YouTube series, Cali Times Ellie. Wait, you have a sponsor? Okay, how did that happen? We gotta run this back to my trip to Cali. Alright, hey everybody, welcome to Entrepreneurish. I'm your host Ellie, and we are here today with Bradley Burks, and he's here to tell you about what kind of really helped me with something that I've been struggling with, which is sponsorship. Being a podcaster, I, want to make money for my craft, and to do that, you really need sponsorships. So he does this all the time. He's going to teach us how to get sponsorships for your podcast. Hey, Bradley.
Hey, how you doing? So I work in sales for a radio station out here in LA called KJLH. I've been there for going on a year now, and back in Atlanta I worked in sales. So a big part of what I do is closing deals. And it's the same thing when you're getting sponsorship. You got to be able to close that deal.
Yeah.
So in order to, when you're looking to reach out to someone, you gotta figure out, are they looking to be a part of my demographic? Are they looking to reach out to who I'm looking to reach out to?
Okay. So how do you ask that question? It seems like if I'm approaching you, I feel like you feel that way. But how do you make sure that person feels the same?
Well, it's about your research, right? You research if it's a company, what that company is doing.
Okay.
You research, you look up, okay, let's say you want to reach out to, Target, right? Mm-hmm. You look up any initiatives that Target may have. Let's say your market is the African American community. You look up any initiatives that Target may have surrounding the African American community. You look up any programs that they've done, maybe a back to school drive in Inglewood, or, you just figure out, are they reaching out to my group? If they are, you reach out to them and you say, the reason why I reached out to you is because of A, B, C, D, right?
Okay.
And once you do that, you can get them engaged in the conversation.
Okay.
So once they're engaged, then you start with the sales tactics.
Okay. I suck at sales. So what is sales? I always feel like I just want to give away things for free. And that's really like the mindset that I'm trying to get out of.
Yeah.
So like, how do you sell without feeling like you're selling? Does that make sense? Like it makes me cringe when I think of sales. So how do I get out of that mindset?
It has to be a conversation.
Okay.
You're talking to your homeboy or your homegirl or friend. You're not talking to, even if you are on the phone with the CEO, you're not talking to the CEO. You're talking to your friend. If his name is Jeff is your friend. You've done research on Jeff. Let's say Jeff has 4 kids, a house, wherever he lives, or whatever Jeff does and who Jeff is, you get to know that person before you hop on the phone.
Okay.
So if you realize that Jeff has 4 kids, you realize that Jeff drives a Maserati, Jeff does Taibo on the weekends, whatever he does, and then you try to relate to that. So you get on the phone, you have a conversation, man, Jeff, I got kids too, I got a daughter and I got a baby on the way. Oh man, congratulations.
Okay. It makes them feel comfortable.
Yes.
I got you.
You become personable.
Okay.
Once you become personable, then you start with the questions, right? They're called pain questions.
Okay.
What's paining you right now? What do you, in any relationship, it's all about how can I benefit from this?
Okay.
And how can you benefit from this, right? How can we benefit on both sides?
Both sides, okay.
So if we can benefit on both sides, then you start talking about how you can cure his pain, right? So you ask him, what are some of your biggest challenges? Like, Jeff, you know, it's been so amazing talking to you about the kids and all that. But let's get into some business, right? Let's see how things are going at Target. You know, how are things going at Target? Tell me about, you know, what are some of your challenges? What's been going on through COVID? How have you been dealing with that personally?
Okay.
And then he'll start telling you, you know, Target is great, but, you know, we're just having the hardest time reaching out to the black community. We can't get black people into our store. If that is the problem,
then you have the solution.
You present a
That's
solution.
Your target. That's your audience.
So
Okay.
in my situation, what I would say is, well, Jeff, I work for a radio station that speaks to 57 million people.
Wow.
57 million African American people every day. So we speak to the black community, you know? If that's what you're looking to attract, I can help you with that, you know? So you have to present solutions to their pain questions. You get a lot more
Okay, so I don't have 57 million voices. So what do I do? What do I say if I don't have all that?
It just depends on what you can offer, right? Mm-hmm. If you say, look, my podcast, it doesn't have to be about numbers, right? Like, for example, perfect example, with our streaming, right? Mm-hmm. Our streaming doesn't have the biggest the biggest audience. So, like, whereas we speak to 57 million people through the radio, we speak to 57,000 people through our streaming.
Okay.
So instead of saying I'm gonna help you reach out to 57,000 people, I would say I'm gonna help you get 24 million impressions. Right?
Okay.
You flip it, right? And what an impression is in our world, that means how many people, how many times has someone or has the audience seen this or heard this advertisement, right?
Okay.
You just flip it, right? You got Instagram. Mm-hmm. You see the analytics on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You know how many people look at your posts, right? Combine those numbers.
Oh, okay.
It's all about it's a mind game, right?
Okay.
You make them feel like you have something that can benefit them.
Okay.
Something of value that can benefit them.
Okay.
It's all about. It's a mind game. It's all about making people feel like if I do this, they will ease my pain and I will gain.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so once I've figured out their pain points, how do I close the deal? How do I get to the end and make sure that there's actually money in my podcast?
So 75% of people don't close deals on the first call.
Okay.
You don't close deals on the first call. That's not going to happen. Well, let me not say it's not going to happen, but it's a small possibility.
Okay.
Right? The second call, 80% of people, no, what is it? I think it's, the percentage goes down on the second call, but that third call is when you close that deal.
Okay.
That third call or the second call. One of the two of those, but it's not going to happen on the first call. So when you get off that first call, you send an email.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate, the conversation. Any material that they're asking for, right? Send me the numbers, send me the demographics, send me the psychographics, whatever they're asking for.
Okay.
You make sure you don't let that day pass by without sending it. It's even better if you send it in the first 5 minutes after you get off the phone.
Okay.
People have short attention spans.
That's very true.
If you don't send it right after, for the most part, and I make that mistake sometimes too.
Oh, no, okay.
It's going to be harder to close. It's not saying you won't close, but it's going to be harder to close. So you send that email, then you schedule, if you are able to, you schedule a follow-up call on the first call.
Okay.
That's a surefire way to get that second call is getting it on the first call.
Okay.
So you say, for example, I had a call the other morning, right? before we got off the line, I said, hey, Chase, we are speaking tomorrow at 9 a.m., correct? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You bully your way. You bully your way into a second call. No, seriously though, you have to be.
You got to be like aggressive with
You
it.
have to
Like,
be
hey,
aggressive.
I'm really serious about this. I'm trying to show you I'm serious
Yes.
about this. So here's the next time I want to talk.
You don't ask them for a second call.
Okay, you're like, no, I'm talking to you.
I'm telling. Yes.
Okay, I
Here's
got you.
here's when I'm calling
I got
you.
you.
I'm calling you tomorrow at 9 a.m. or Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they'll come back and say, well, I have a meeting, but let's do, and then if they like hesitate, you'll say, so what works best for you?
Right, okay.
What works
Put a
best?
number,
Because
okay.
sometimes they'll hesitate, especially if you're talking to big wigs, because they don't know their calendar.
Yeah,
they don't
they
have their
really
calendar.
don't. Okay.
So they might hesitate, and you'll say, well, what works best for you? Then they'll pull their calendar up, you know, and then
Gotcha.
you patient. You sit there, wait for them to pull their calendar. I'm so sorry. No problem. You know, you wait. They'll tell you what time, and then when that time comes, you call them.
Okay.
If they don't answer, you send an email.
What do you say? Do you like pick up from the conversation, or do you just kind of get straight into it?
Yeah. Hey Chase, it's Brad from KJLH. I'm just calling just to follow up. I know we had the conversation yesterday. Did you get a chance to look over the material? Did you get, if they have to get approval from someone else, did you get a chance to show us to your boss?
Okay.
Do you think that this is something that we can move forward with?
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then you also send an email, hey, if they don't answer. Hey Chase,
Tried to call you.
this is Brad following up, you know, so forth, so on. You know, basically the same thing, you would say in the call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
problem.
I know we're all about to eat and have a good time, but I appreciate you coming on the show and talking to me about this. I'm actually going to try out what you're saying
Please
in the
do.
next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then I'll let you know how it goes.
Let me know if that works.
I'm ready. I'm ready for podcasting to pay for my life.
Well, I appreciate you having me on the show. All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye. I love y'all. Thank you so much for listening to me. We have some new series coming up. We're going to do interpersonal things. We're going to teach you practical skills and abilities. And then we're also going to talk about very helpful tools that you can use in your entrepreneur life. So definitely keep watching Entrepreneurs. Keep checking my social medias. You can find me at entrepreneur.ish.podcast on Instagram and also on TikTok. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. See ya!